Hey, thanks so much for being here. Welcome or welcome back. This video is going to be a chat recap about how the month has been going in my planners. So if you're interested, I hope you stick around. I share with you my setup for the month of February on both of my main planners for the year. And I just felt like go through my pages and reflect with you to see how is it that I've been doing. Are the layouts working, what's not, and what I am thinking about either keeping or removing for the month of March. So you know that my main planner is the common planner. I'm using this one as my catch-all. Everything, pretty much everything, it's on this main planner, and then from there I migrate information to my pocket, and this one is the one that I bring when I'm out and about. So we're gonna start with the common planner since it is my main planner. I hope that you can still see in here and the lighting. I am doing what I can with what I have. Hopefully you are bearing with me throughout all this process. The setup itself, as far as decor in the beginning of the planner, is still the same. I really haven't felt like creative and inspired to set up these pockets right here. I see so many beautiful setups online, on Pinterest, Instagram, you name it, and they're so beautiful. I just can't seem to find what works for me in terms of functionality and aesthetics. So it's basically the same thing. I'm just holding a Hobonichi little booklet in here that I have been carrying with me for the past 3 years, I think. It has like my passwords and information that I like to keep with me from planner to planner, so it fits there perfectly. At the beginning here, I've been switching this card every now and then. When I remember, actually, I'm using an oracle card from the Moon Oracle set that I have. If you're if you're into tarot or oracle cards, I will link these below. I have these cards with me for, I don't even know, I want to say 3 years too, and I like to pulling them out when I feel like I'm needing like some kind of guidance, like some kind of help reflecting on where I'm going and what to focus on. And I just like that they're moon based, you know, that I like planning following the phases of the moon, so I find it that is super helpful to reflect on where I'm at, and yeah, so I'll link that deck below in case you happen to be interested. I still have the same thing in here, just having a few sticky notes in here that I've been using lately. I have to replenish what I had in there. The pocket that I created in here, I haven't really used that again because I did remove the yearly overview that was holding in here from last year, and I archived it away, so I don't have anything else to put in there just yet. I might put stickers or something like that, but usually I just either put them in the back like this if I'm using like a sheet like this, or I just carry them in my booklet, so I don't necessarily have anything to put there. So for now it's just empty. I'm using this one to track every time we move from place to place. If you know, we are RV living, so we move every so often. So that's what I'm tracking in here, just every time we move. Here's my vision board that I set up and I share with you. I did a complete video about my goals. I reviewed my 2024 goals, and I talked about how I was using this one to guide me for 2025 goals, including this spread right here. So if you are a member of the channel, you should be able to see that video and follow through. I believe I added a worksheet as well to help with the process. It was a public video, and then I moved to a memberships only because I like to keep those one-on-one videos a little bit more exclusive. I have been adding more there, so if you haven't joined there, I hope that you consider it for the future. There I will be sharing more, again, like I said, one-on-one videos, more worksheets, and a little bit more behind the scenes content. If you happen to be interested, I will be linking that link to join the membership below. So the goals continue to be the same. I still have my guidance in here to help me stay focused and work through them throughout the year. I did create a cheat sheet that I have now, and I've been moving it with me from month to month. I will start moving that one from week to week just to have a reminder, I guess, on each week. But what I did was just write down like a summary of the daily actions that I want to take to achieve those goals. The content tracking has been working well, but I have been actually doing this in a different planner, which I will share with you in a separate video. It is a collaboration with Anecdote. It is a new brand for me, but I love that the planner itself, the layout and everything, it just works perfectly for content creation. So I will link that video if it is already published, and if it's not, I hope that you stick around and you like and subscribe so you can be notified when it is up. It's a beautiful planner. So what I have been doing is just using that one to elaborate on my content, and then here I'm just writing ideas and just very loose ideas of what I want to post and when I want to post them, and then I just track them in here, just gonna see. I truly is for the eye aesthetics. I don't necessarily go back in here and review what I did when I did it. So it's just to know what I've been doing and to have a reminder of where I posted and where I'm posting the most and stuff like that. So for the next quarter, I am considering switching the tracking to something else, since I have been using that other planner a little bit more. For this quarter, the first quarter of the year, I am continuing to do the same thing because I just want to see the whole thing together about the same thing, tracking the same. And then for the second, I might just switch to something else. So these are the trackers. And then we get to the monthlies, I believe. Yeah, to the monthlies. It's first month, December. You've seen this one. January, and then we are in February. We are towards the end of the month. We have one more week to go. One more week and a few more days. So far, the layout is working great. I love that I have these 3 areas to focus on during the week, and I liked it so much that I decided to do it for March again as well, in a slightly different way, but it's going to be about the same thing. So I just went ahead and set up the March review. Not my favorite truly as far as aesthetics, but I wanted it to be more spring related because it's my birthday, it is for spring, and it start getting a little bit warmer and all that. So I wanted to have that kind of feeling, more flowering and stuff like that. But I don't know if I achieved that. Maybe it looked better when I do the tracking in here, which I'm planning to do with yellow. So hopefully it will tie up everything together nicely. But basically what I did was to set up the areas that I want to focus. If you recall from my February setup, I chose to focus on one area each week. So basically this entire week I was focusing on this. Then the second week I was focusing on this, and like that. I did the same thing for the month of March, but the only thing is that since we do have 4 weeks and I wanted to only focus on 3 things at a time, I went ahead and focused the first week to just one goal, and then the next 2 weeks will be one solid goal. Anything I haven't decided what I'm going to be working on next, but I want to choose these 2 weeks to focus on what a habit that I'm trying to build, that it's maybe something new. So maybe I'm trying to add more strength training to my workouts, or maybe I'm trying to add more time to my study or something like that. I haven't decided, like I said, but basically I will focus 2 weeks on that one goal, and then the last week to the final goal. So it will be 3 weeks, the same thing as on February. The tracking, it's going to be the same. I'm just tracking whether I'm showing up for myself and doing what I'm saying I'm going to do. This is the cheat sheet that I created, so I am planning on using this one on the weeks. Actually, I'm going to move it to the current week just to have a reminder each week. And this is how it's looking. It's working great. I am just tracking the main important things that are happening throughout the month, and yeah. So this will be March. I don't have anything else pre-planned as far as monthlies go. So let's just work to go to the current week. Oh wait, this is current week. And this is what we have now. The setup for the weeks have changed a little bit. I'm not sure if I should show you. Yeah, I did. I showed you this one. So this was the setup for the first week of the month. Was it? Yeah. So the first one, the previous one was color coding or color time tracking. I was using just colors to plan or to track what I was doing throughout the day and during the week. And then at the end of the week, I will come back and just write down what it is that I was working on and see with color the areas that I worked on the most. But then I just decided to switch things around when I set up the February, with the main focus for each day being one goal for the day. So one item that I wanted to make sure that happened that day, and I went ahead and added the dots, and that's highlighting the focus for the day. And then I just try to track my time throughout the day the best as I could. It's not perfect and it's not exact to the minute, but at least it gives me an idea, and also looks beautiful. I think I liked how this looks, so I have continued it for the past few weeks. So I'll show you the next week. It's a little bit less color intense. I didn't add a goal at the top, but I did add to-dos at the bottom, which has been very helpful because it allows me to add more things to the actual day. So I decided to continue with this approach because in here I could only add one thing at the beginning of the day, and then I will start tracking my time towards the end. But then in here I could track it till around the time that I'm done just trying to be productive, which is I chose to be, this is 8 p.m. and then after that I just use it to add to-dos. And I did that from Monday through Friday, and then I decided to separate Saturday and Sunday because I didn't want to track much of the time. I guess that I didn't want it to be too intense, although I did track a little bit of what we did on Saturday and just added a highlight here of the Super Bowl on Sunday. The following week, I think it's one of my favorites so far because of how it looks, the overall look, and also because I think I did it more intentionally. So I did track my time a little bit better this time, and I'm thinking that having this approach, first of all, something easy to set up on Sundays and also easy to use throughout the day and throughout the week, has been helpful to keep me coming back. I think it's because it looks pretty and I wanted to keep it the same. I wanted to complete the entire spread. It keeps on attracting me back to come back and fill out what it is that I did throughout the day. The layout, I don't know if I explained it before, but it's basically about the same throughout the weeks. So I have a tracking here for my week. So I just track whether or not I consider my day to be a productive day, a good day overall. So I just go ahead and rate my day. I have a few to-dos, and then the layout in here is the same. So I just track my time all the way to, I believe this is 8 again. No, this time it's 9, so I moved it an hour later, and then I have to-dos or focus things for today, and then I just continue again to track my time. On this day we did, this was Valentine's Day, so we didn't necessarily plan or work or anything, so I just went ahead and added that there just to highlight that day was intentionally left blank to focus on other things. Then I did a review here on Friday since I knew that I was not going to have to-dos for that day. I just wrote a quick review for the week. And then for Saturday and Sunday, I didn't have any to-dos. And I was planning on adding like a sticker or something in here, but then I decided to just leave it. I might add something else just to see the whole thing together, or maybe just add a quote or something. I don't know. But I think that the layout itself, it's working just fine, and I just went ahead and did the same thing for this week. The difference is that this week I did went ahead and added to-dos all the way to Sunday because I do want the entire 7 days of the week to be somewhat productive. I do want to do something that is intentional even on Sunday, but the rest of the setup is the same. I do have my tracking for the week. I have a few to-dos for the week, and then I have the to-dos for each day of the week, and I have been tracking the same sort of way. So I'm thinking it's going to continue to be the same since it is working. I'm not trying to change it for now. So that's 2 weeks, and then we get to the dailies, and the dailies have been working great. You already know, if you're familiar with how I plan or how I keep track of my days, is basically the same. I don't see it changing. If it's not broken, there's no reason to try to fix it, right? I just went ahead and added my cover here. I don't know if that you guys saw this one on the setup because I don't think I had it, but basically just add the name or the month, and then a few hearts here with the color for the theme. Then I added 3 goals or 3 areas that I'm focusing on. So I came to my entire month here where I have my 3 areas to focus, and I just went ahead and copied that in here just to kind of have something for the dailies and as a reminder that that's what I'm working towards. And then I just started my journals for today, or my entries for each day, which are not focused on productivity or planning. They are focused more on memory keeping and just simple journal entries. It could be about anything. It could be about shows that we're watching, things that we're doing, things that we're eating, places that we're visiting. This is where I got that journal for my content. We were working on the kitchen and things like that. So it's very, very random, and I love having it. I love over here. This is like my happy, fun place. It's not necessarily planning. It's not very intense on any productivity focus or anything like that. It's just purely really writing about mundane things, and then just reflecting on our day and how I'm feeling and what I want to do. And that's basically it. So I don't see any of that changing. The rest of the planner is still empty, so that's pretty much it. So for my common planner, I think that it is working great. I love the ability to focus on simple steps or simple goals at a time. So like I said, I wanted to give that a try again on March and see how that goes. And if it works, I will continue to do the same thing in one way or another the following months. I do know that on March I wanted to reflect on my goals and do an extra reflection session. So that's basically this is part of it, just me thinking about what's working, what's not working, and what I want to try for the next quarter. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of that reflection in the back here when I start March, and if I come up with anything else, I will add it in a different video or maybe on my Instagram or something like that. But for the most part, it's working great. I love that I have everything in just this one planner, and I'm thinking about just archiving this one. And I think that it's feeling good just to have the one. And I'm glad that I'm still feel the same towards the end of February. Last year, I don't think I lasted that long on my other planner when I had just had one, so hopefully that's a good sign. So let me just add this to my week, and then we can quickly review my pocket rings just to see where I'm at. The same like chat that we did with the common planner. As far as setup, I think it's about the same. I did share a little bit of the setup with you when we set up February. I did move a few things around, but not too much. So basically I have, again, my monthly. I've been using this one to track, I was using it to track my workouts, and then I lost track, so I have to do that again. But yeah, do that, and then using this one to track whether I'm spending money in the weather. Nothing too serious there. The monthly as an overview for the month and just highlights of important things that are happening. The week for the same thing. I actually did have the 3 areas that I'm working on, like the goals and then routines for today, just as a reminder, and because it looks cute. Nothing too different there. For the weeklies is pretty much the same thing. I just add my but the main item for the day on the left, and then I just either add to-dos like this or just reflect on the week. So that's the week. I do have to set up my next week, but I haven't really thought about it much because I don't have a lot of things happening outside of the home, so I'm focusing on using the common planner. So I might skip this week and then come back when I feel like I need to. And the dailies, I haven't really used them either. I just have actually 2 days of February in here because I wanted like an intense focus for that specific day, but nothing else too serious. And that's the beauty of this. I can just come in and use it whenever I feel like I need to, or when I need that extra help. And as far as the setup, I just basically moved the tracking area or the tracking pages that I have to the beginning of planner because I had them all the way to the back. That's pretty much the only change I did, but everything is working great. Everything is pretty much the same. I have the same stickers, same book, and everything. So far, I want to say that it's a win for me. I have been using the exact same 2 planners for the past 3 months, and I love it. And I love that it is working and it's making me feel a little bit more in control of my time. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that it inspires you in some way and gives you some ideas for your own planning. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.